Alright, then I believe too. And with that, there's only one thing left to say. Let's rev it up!
Alright guys, welcome back. Okay, so first off, happy birthday, Emmanuel. I was meant to put the video up yesterday, but I just I got too tired and I fell asleep. But yeah, I want to talk about how the situation of the deck right now, because remember, if you guys have been watching my videos like for as long as I've been making videos within this past year, I mentioned that when there's a format of hand traps, we're gonna struggle because like inherently it's good against the zoo combo, and it's like a coincidence that it like, because it's an aggressive deck, like doing the whole Lunar Light combo where you do plus off Emerald and just keep recycling within fusion sub. So already people were like I guess there's two ways of looking at it, right? The way I look at it is completely different than the way the majority of people look at it is prevention. And prevention is pretty much you want to have a response and disrupt them at a key point. But like me, the way I think about it, I'm like, I'm not too sure how I feel about that, because like prevention means you have to open up with it. Like example right here, right? Like hand traps, right? Like this format is like nothing but hand traps, which is good because barrier's not really played that much, so that's good for us. But the fact that there's so many hand traps to stop the Lunar Light combo, that's where it just puts like it's another hinder for us, which is why it's bringing me to the point of having playing Dark Law, because it's not that hard to bring out Dark Law, because like you can just like go through special tokens and then use the token as one of the materials to make Dark Law, and that way you completely shut off your opponent's hand traps because they can't use it. So after that you just summon Armageddon Knight, send Level Eater, and then go off from there. I mean, ideally that's what you would do. That's like what you would want to do. You'd go special go through tokens, do Mass Change number 2, and then get Dark Law on the field, and then just pretty much just stopping them from using their hand traps. I think right here this guy was trying to slow roll and hit the Librarian, but I had to help play the Ogre, because you kind of have to assume that everyone has Ogre at the moment, so you can get greedy, so you have to go into charge. Like of course, like if you know that there's no doubt that they're not playing hand traps, like Paleo. Like if you know you're going up against Paleo, you know that they don't play no hand traps, so you can like do the whole core charge. But like now moving forward, as long as this remainder of the format, you have to assume that they have Ogre. Otherwise, your Librarian's just gonna get like neutralized, and you're gonna suffer so much from it. Like right here, I was considering that he had Sanctum, because the majority of the time they have Sanctum. So I wanted to be able to chain Mask to run over and have some sort of presence. So that's why I did that route. So that's what I was trying to play around, and it wasn't. But like that's pretty much what I've concluded right now so far. Like Dark Law is so good, and it's pretty simple to bring him out. Of course, there's times where it's not awkward, and it's an outlet. Like you can discard it. Like it synergizes really well with War Arfdale. So like let's say you pitch a Level Eater, Level Elite, and then the War Arfdale, and then search, and then go and get your 1-star tuner or something, and then just go off that way. Like so far it's been pretty good. Like I know before it was just like more of a I guess a counter for grass, just in case that like if you didn't have Dark Law or Herald, they would just grass and just pretty much infinitely just beat you, because they have so much resources. Like how many times can they snow, and you can only negate so much. So it was pretty much for that. But now, seeing as how it's just like I thought when YCS Pittsburgh, I thought like maybe it was just like a little phase, and then people would be like, okay, no, people are expecting this now, and they won't do hand traps anymore. But it's not like that. People are just feel more secure of losing the die roll when they have hand traps, and like it's bad for us. Like it's really bad for us. Like it really is. I mean, Prohibition does its job. Hang on, let me put the deck list. Alright, so here's the deck list. Okay, Okay, where do we see that the twisters are not in the deck? It's because like like right now there's so many hand traps. And let me get to the point because I don't think I answered it. Okay, so like let's say hand traps, right? You have to assume that you're gonna draw into them, and if you top deck them, they're just not gonna help you. Like they're not. Like I mean, unless you're playing unless you have other things to disrupt like traps. So it's like the way I look at it with a combo deck, you kind of can't afford to play these because you need to open them. Otherwise, they're going to be really insignificant if you top deck them. Which is why I resort to the Kaiju engine, to board wipes. Because if you top deck those, they'll still be live and it'll still answer whatever it is that's on board. So that's the only paranoia I have with that type of strategy of like putting 3 of these in. But like I used to do that. But the more I was playing a combo deck, like of course you can play it like in Zoo, like I said, it's a combo deck, but you can play traps. But the reason why people don't play traps, and they're like, I guess it became a trend because of the YCS Pittsburgh, it's because Zoo in itself, they just need one singular card to get their engine going. Whereas most other decks, they need multiple cards, which is why you can put hand traps, but it's not as impactful as it is with that one, because like all you need is pretty much the engine and hand traps and kaijus. Like that's all you need. It's really convenient in that deck, which is why like most of you, I guess you guys just like try out the hand traps in combo decks, and it's really underwhelming. I mean, when it works, it's freaking hella good because I mean you got your setup, you got the hand trap in hand ready, but like when you don't, it's like, oh man. So when you top deck it, that's why I like things when that are live, even if I don't draw it, I want to be able to have access to it after I draw it. Like Kaiju, I draw it, okay, get rid of whatever the answer is. Slumber, whatever, Chalice, I could chain it. That's my take on that. It's a different thing. Like when you play a really aggressive combo deck that has like no type of stoppage or disruption until you develop your end result. But yeah, like because I went to local yesterday, and then I ended up playing Phil, the one from the game that I uploaded with top 8. We ended up playing, and he went the Daryl. He went the Daryl again, and he ends up going versus. He freaking just I can't get over it. So then game 2, and then same thing. I end up with Dark Law and stuff. It was just too much. And then game 3, he ends up miscalculating, and he ends up like locked. So he ends up with like Dark Samorg, 2 formulas, and 2 level 4 synchros. So he couldn't make anything. Like he was just locked. So then I draw Chalice, a Mass Change number 2, Infusion. What else? I can't remember. But I remember that I end up chaining because he opens up anti-spell too. So he flips it through my draw phase. And okay, yeah, I'll chain Chalice. Chalice is Dark Samorg. So then I can set all my stuff. So I set I think, what did I set? A Jet Synchron, I think. And I set Mass Change number 2. I don't know what happened. But anyways, like I knew that he couldn't beat me because he was locked. Like the only way he could do something is if he couldn't do anything because it was locked. Cause I was like, yeah, he could. I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure I'll live. So then I was like, I need to top deck something after this though. So then he goes, attacks, leaves it at 800 life points. So the instant beast is dead. So then I go and draw, and I draw into a freaking mathematician. So I was like, yes. So I summon mathematician, send plague, top deck for plague. I end up having the coral charge play, but as I go for my Excel, there's a Gofu in there. There's a freaking Gofu. And then the judge, Liam. Okay, well, the judge was like watching my game, and he's like, wait, is that Gofu in your extra deck? I was like, yeah. I was like, oh my god, I could have made a comeback. And then I ended up getting a game lost. But yeah, anyways, it was gonna be such a good game though. But yeah, good game, Phil, good game. And but pretty much that's where I'm at. Like pretty much, like. Because like twisters are pretty underwhelming right now. Like you're gonna be going up against a bunch of hand traps. So I think this is much more beneficial, and which is why I played Black Rose. Like I was going back and forth between the Cryston Phoenix or this guy, because like you can't just like knowing that you don't have twin twisters main like end phase like traps is just it's just really crucial, like really critical. Because if you're gonna people still play paleo, but like not so much. There's not many. There's only one guy, Kane. Like you don't want to get your board picked apart with like a book and Karmika and then like freaking lost winds. Like you don't want to be in that situation, so you want to have some sort of answer to it. And why not have something that blows up the whole field? Like having Dark Law with Cipher and then Black Rose on that turn, or because like now the end field is pretty much having Cipher, Dark Law, and a Trist or Black Rose setup. That's really insane, man. Which is why I cut this guy. I was like, oh, I didn't want to cut it, but yeah. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Cause like, yeah, just go Gofu, special tokens, get out your Dark Law, and then summon Knight and go off from there. Cause it shuts off other hand traps. But anyways, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching.